Hello you goats and welcome back to the YouTube. Today we will go through the new leaked and confirmed ratings for some teams part 1. We will start with AS Roma, featuring the new signings of Lukaku at a -2 resulting in an 84 overall and Renato Sanches with a -2 to become a 78 overall. Chris Smalling still holding strong at a 84 overall. Now we move on to PSG. Mbappe with the highest rated card in the game with a 91 overall. Marquinhos still looking good with an 87 with 78 pace. Donnarumma with a -1 to become a 87 overall. Dembele with a +3 and is now a 86 overall. The new PSG signing Kolo Muani with a +6 to become a 84 rated card. That front three for PSG looking insane in EAFC 24. The new PSG centre-back Skriniar with an 84 overall card with 78 pace also looks like a good link-up with Marquinhos. Hakimi stayed exactly the same overall at 84 with the same pace being 92. Moving on to Newcastle and their newest addition Tonali being their highest rated card with a 86 rated card. All 80 plus stats except shooting, looking like a very solid midfield card in the game. Trippier with a +1 to become a 85 rated card. Bruno Guimaraes gets a +3 this year with a very nice overall upgrade. Joelinton gets a huge +7 upgrade. Well deserved in my opinion. Moving on to Napoli, the Serie A champions. Osimhen gets a +5 and looking like one of the best strikers in the game. Kvaratskhelia gets one of the biggest upgrades in EAFC with a +12 upgrade and a huge 5-star weak foot and 5-star skills. The Italian right-back Di Lorenzo gets himself a +3 and becomes a pretty solid right-back. Marseille sadly looks like all fodder players. Biggest surprise here is Aubameyang with a -5 overall rating and losing a leg with a -5 pace, getting very close to under 80 pace very soon. Moving on to Manchester United, Sancho gets a -2 and loses 3 pace, making it a -10 pace in 2 years. Rashford gets a +4 and becomes a very nice striker to play with. The Argentine Garnacho finally gets himself a FIFA card with a 75 overall. Moving on to Manchester City. The best duo in the Premier League both with 91 overall card Haaland and Kevin De Bruyne. Ruben Dias once again has no legs in EAFC 24 for some reason. Rodri becoming the worst 89 card in history. A nice 89 rated fodder card. Akanji and Vardy look like a very nice starter center-backs duo in my opinion. Moving on to Hala Madrid. Courtois gets the highest rated goalkeeper card with a 90 overall card. Vini Jr. with a nice +3 in his new card and becomes one of the best wingers in the game. Valverde gets a +4 and becomes Goulet Gang. Receives 80 plus stats in every category. The new beast in Madrid Bellingham gets himself a +2, I think he should have gotten a bigger upgrade. But EA have a tiny brain. Moving on to Liverpool. We start with Van Dijk gets a -1 and becomes 89. I think he has a shocking of a season and deserves a bigger downgrade. Salah gets a -1, scoring 30 goals and 16 assists in the year. But here we go again with EA knowledge. Please EA make it make sense. Darwazee the GOAT stays the same as an 82, but grows a +1 mustache. Moving on to Inter Milan. Lautaro Martinez becomes Inter's highest rated player. Have no idea how. Barella stays the same at 86 overall and looks like a very nice midfielder. Inter got a new goalie after offloading Onana to Man Utd, Sommer getting a -1, but very nice pickup for Inter. Moving on to Barca, Lewandowski getting a -1 and becoming a 90 rated card. Frankie de Jong with a very solid 87 card. Araujo gets himself a nice +3 and becomes a 86 overall center-back. Card looks very OP. New Barca fullback Joao Cancelo gets himself a -2 and lost half a leg in the process losing 4 pace. Moving on to the Gunners, Odegaar gets himself a well-deserved +3. Saka gets himself a very nice +4 upgrade. Gabriel Martinelli gets himself a well-deserved +6 upgrade and finally becomes usable. Moving on to AC Milan, Rafael Leao, Mr. Smiley only gets himself a +2. Which doesn't make much sense to me, being the MVP in the Serie A last season. Theo Hernandez and Tomori are always OP and will be in many people's teams. Moving to the Saudi League Al Nassr, the GOAT himself, Cristiano Ronaldo, getting a very sad -4. Deserved? I personally think they were a bit too much, but once again, EA knowledge. Sadio Mane getting a -3 overall and -5 pace, which is very crazy in my opinion. Last but not least, we have Al Hilal. Neymar Jr. staying at 89 rated. Koulibaly joined Neymar and gets a -3. Deserved? Maybe. I think he had a very bad season in Chelsea. Thanks for sticking around for part 1 of EAFC 24 player ratings. Comment CR7 if you stayed all the way to the end. Don't forget to comment, like and subscribe. See you in the next one.